Right, just come back from the ride I did down to, supposedly going to Clevedon, but ended up sleeping on the M5, blah, 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 that video, and, or sleeping next to the M5, and then making my way back. So I thought I would do a little video on the kit that I used while I was away. A few people have asked. So I'm just going to run through it. So I will go with clothing and then gear on the bike. So clothing wise, I use this clothing for, I mean, you'll see it in a lot of my videos. This is Stolen Goat clothing. I've got a long sleeve and a short sleeve. This is sort of out of date now. They don't actually, they make a version of this, but I'm not sure what it's called anymore. I'll find a link and I'll put a link, but the material is stretchy, warm and water resistant. So I love it. I've got this top, like I say, I've had this a lot. I've got another similar one, short sleeve version. They're both quite warm, but I'm happy to wear the short sleeve one through the summer. It's got 3 pockets on the back, 1 zipper. So if you want to put keys and stuff in there, that's really, really handy. But it's super, super warm and very, very versatile. So really recommend that. And of course you can see it. I mean, you'll notice there's a theme with all my gear. I've got orange kit on everything because I want to be seen on the road. I'm sick of seeing people riding around in trendy black gear with very expensive bikes, supposedly intelligent people all dressed in black. Don't get it. Anyway, I want to be seen. You can see that for miles, that helmet. While I've got it in my hand, I might as well tell you what it is. This is a cask. Yeah, this is the Mojito R. So I've stuck a, I had a cap in the summer, got too hot. So I cut the top off, stuck the peak on the front. Looks a bit, I don't care. It works, because these things don't come with peaks and you need a peak, especially now in the winter with headlights coming towards you or low sun. You just need to dip your head so you can actually see where you're going. How people manage without a peak, I do not know. But you just get blinded by everything. So anyway, works a treat. Like I say, that's that. I also run Stolen Goat, I haven't got them here, but Stolen Goat tights, winter tights. They're the Climb and Conquer, I think, which are the winter version. Got reflective legs, really warm, got a chamois inside, a padded seat, which is really, really good. Love those in the winter, keep you lovely and warm. A lot of people will wear baggy trousers in the winter. The trouble is when it leaves your skin, you have this gap and then it touches again and it's cold. With lycra or tight clothing, it never leaves you. So it's like a wetsuit or something like that, or ski gear. It stays in contact with your skin, so it stays warm. So you could be wet, but you just don't feel it. So, and it pushes the moisture out from you. So it's really good. I don't care what I look like. I put a set of baggy shorts actually over the top for this ride, just because I want the pockets. Yeah, the shorts I wear actually are Cool Shorts, K-U-L-E, I think it is. Or K-H-U-L-E. They're an American brand, really good shorts. I'll put a link to those. I'll put a link to all of this stuff in the video. What else? Gloves. Couple of pairs of gloves. I've got some Castelli mitts, which I swear by. I've got 3 pairs of these now. Why do I wear mitts? Why don't I just not bother? Or why don't I wear long finger? Couple of reasons. One is I don't get any pins and needles in my hands anymore because of the padding. A lot of gloves don't come with padding, especially mountain bike gloves, longer finger, have no padding on the palm. These have padding specifically to stop that. I don't get any pins and needles anymore. Also with short fingers, you can use your phone, GoPro, whatever you want to do. You've got contact with everything. Winter, I've got these Stolen Goat stretchy waterproof gloves. They work really, really well unless it gets really cold. And then I have got some other gloves which I cannot lay my hands on this minute. I will find them. I'll put a link to those as well, or a picture up on the video. But yeah, love these. These are supposedly work on a phone, but I found them a bit of a fiddle. So I usually end up having to take them off. So that's gloves, top. Then for a rain jacket, I splashed out. I've had a lot of rain jackets over the years. I've also got that suit, which I've mentioned a few times, the dirt suit. The dirt suit's no good really for bike packing for long distance. It's just too heavy, too bulky. So I bought myself, I splashed out and I bought a Gore-Tex winter jacket, rainproof jacket. This is a Montaigne. There's quite a few out there. Just get the best you can get if you can afford it. This is the, just says Montaigne, blah, blah, blah. Not sure which model it is, but it did cost me a bit. But I've spent a lot of money on waterproof jackets over the years. And 9 times out of 10, a couple of rides in, they just don't work. You know, over £100 on jackets don't work. This was £250, I think. And it's been the best thing I've ever purchased when it comes to wet weather gear. Super light, I can stuff it away in my bag and always carry it with me now. And it also keeps you warm. What else clothing wise? Socks. I wore some Solomon merino wool socks, thick socks. I've actually got them on now. They're really nice and warm. They don't stink. You can wear them for days and days and days. Because it's merino, they don't smell. I have got some waterproof socks, but they tend to feel a bit like a ball in a bag. But if it's really cold, if it's snowing, I will put waterproof socks on. I use Dexel waterproof socks under my late 303 boots. These are the dogs. I've had these for ages, years and years and years. I use them in Switzerland in the snow, -28. They've got a foil sole liner, insulation sole. They're leather, strong. This has got a boa adjuster on it to tension it up, which has got a lifetime warranty. I have had one of these go and they sent me replacements free, but since then nothing. It's got a boot inside as well. They're a little bit snug on the front, so if I was buying these again, I'd go up a size. Best to go up a size, then you've got room for like thick socks and things like that, because you don't want to squash your feet, because then your feet get cold, you stop the circulation. But thoroughly recommend those. Those with waterproof socks, you're just bomb proof. You're not going to get wet at all. And they're SPD as well. I forgot to mention that. These have got clips in. So I always run SPDs. You can run them without. They've got a like an aggressive sole on them, but you can run them without. I always run SPDs. Always have done. Right, I think that's just about clothing covered. Oh, I carry a few buffs. Buffs are pretty essential. Just get yourself half a dozen of them. They're always really, really handy. Put it over your head, over your face, whatever you want to do. They work for all kinds of things. Okay, onto the bike. So the bike, I've sort of been through this a few times, so I'll just quickly run through what I've got here. I've got two Revelate Designs bags. These are really, really lightweight. They're not cheap. In hindsight, I probably would have, because we now make bags. We make our own. My wife made this. So we could actually make these, which I had thought about. But obviously not everybody can do this sort of thing. I carry a Clean Canteen water container. This is 64 ounce or 2 litres, I think it says 1.9 litres, which I normally carry under there. I only took it out because it got absolutely plastered. A tip for the winter, because this is obviously, I usually run this in the summer, but a tip is to put this in a plastic bag. It keeps the top, keeps this clear, because even though this has got a sealed top, when I started to take this off, there's muck around the rim, which then transfers up and can drop in your water. And this is going to get all kinds thrown at it. All kinds of dog mess, cow mess, whatever. All kinds of bugs are going to land on it. So I would, in hindsight, I would put this in future in a plastic bag, just strap it up tight, and then you just strap it to the bike. Keeps the weight nice and low on the bike. Really good spot for heavy things, water. And I put my batteries and stuff and heavy things, tools and everything in there. In here, I've got a tool kit, some squirt lube, the essential chain lube, first aid kit. I've got a little Squire retractable lock, which is really good if you've got a nip in a shop, or you just want to, if you're at night, you want to strap this to your tent or around a tree or whatever, just to make it basically, it slows up someone from stealing your bike. They can't really see it until they go to grab it, and then it doesn't move. And obviously this just gives you that little bit of time. I've got a Crank Brothers tool. I think this is the 20 or the 30. I can't remember how many tools are on there. Quite a lot. It's got a chain tool on it, and also you've got plugs to plug your tyre, little worms, and it's got a tool for putting them in as well. There is a tool for putting the worms into your tyre. Really good little tool. One of the few things that I like about, oh, it's an M20. Few things I like about Crank Brothers. Not many, but that's one of the good ones. In here, I've got a tyre plug. One of I'll get it out, hang on. So in here I carry some spare sealant stands. I carry a stands tyre plug. This is for extreme holes. You push it in, pull it out, and it's got like a feather and it spreads out. In here I have got spares, so nuts and bolts. Any little, I have lost a bolt that holds the rack on before now on an event. So now I make a point of carrying spare rack bolts, spare bottle cage bolts, brake lever bolts, anything that you think might rattle loose or you lose. Most of these bolts will do the same thing, which is really handy. I've got some spare brake pads in there, and I've got some spare chain links and some quick links. What else have I got? I carry this on all the time on every bike, even on a day ride. I'll always carry this stuff, might as well. In here I've got some tyre some tyre patches inside the tyre. They're Park Tools ones, and if you get a split in the tyre, you can put it on the inside and it'll save your tyre carcass to get you home. I've also got a £5 note in there, which I always leave in there just in case, emergency money. What else have we got? Zip ties, or tie wraps, as some people call them. I've got some spare tie wraps. I think that's it for in there. If I'm going to do a longer, I would carry a little bit more than this. There are a few other things I probably would put in, but that's the basics that I use all the time, every time I go out. Right, okay, and then in the top, so that's my heavier stuff. I'll also put a cooker in there, and yeah, first aid kit. I think I had my wash kit in there as well. And in this compartment I use for food, and things I just need to get my hands on reasonably quickly. I have on the back, oops, excuse me, on the back of the bike I've had this, which is a aero rack bag. I had an aero rack at one point. I think you remember I did a video on it. Aero, very good. It clamps on the stays. I won't go into it now, but it's a really good versatile rack. But I wanted to go with a proper rack, so I got an old man mountain rack, which has been amazing. But I kept this, and this is a really good tough dry bag. It's not the lightest in the world, but it's very, very strong. And I just use a couple of these straps to strap it on. Sometimes you might need, if that's got if I carry more kit, these just about worked. But otherwise I'll use something like bungee strap, a couple of bungee straps around the top will hold it securely. So you've got a couple of options there, but it's a really good way of just stowing stuff away that you're not going to use until you get to camp. I touched on this in the video. To hold my bottle cage on the bottom, I've got some Surly Velcro straps which come with tyres. When you buy a Surly fat bike tyre, you get these straps. I'm going to see if you can buy these separately, because they should sell them. They're really, really good. Obviously covered in muck at the minute. But anyway, so where did I get to? So on the front, I have got my tent. Now this is, I love this tent. I haven't done much cold weather, stormy weather camping, so I'm a bit hesitant to say this is an amazing tent for everything, but I've yet to find a problem with it in all the conditions I've used it. And it was cold on Friday night, pretty damn cold, but I was toasty. The tent's very strong and secure. It was windy and it didn't rock around. That's my pegs. I've got to get some more pegs actually. They're the pegs that come with it. There's not enough. This tent is a Big Agnes Copper Spur 2-man tent. Don't bother with a 1-man, there's no point. Unless you're into ultra light racing, get a 2-man, give yourself some space. But it only comes, you'll see a few reviews on Big Agnes stuff, they don't give you enough pegs, which is really stupid. So I had to buy some extra ones, but they're rubbish. So I'm going to get some proper, much better pegs that are a bit longer. That's your ground sheet, that goes underneath your tent. Peg that out first. That's what I was doing in the video first. And then in here, the next thing, I put this in order so I can just I don't bother putting it in another bag. I just stuff it in this roll bag on the front, and that's the inner. That's the inner of the tent. It's all colour coded each end, so the fastenings, when you clip it onto the peg, everything's colour coded. So this end's grey, and the other end is orange, and that goes for the pegs, the frame, everything is colour coded. In here I've got the poles. These are really short, specific for bike packing. This is colour coded as well. The ends of these poles are colour coded to match. And then that's the outer. And that's your tent. That's a 2-man tent. Weighs nothing. 1.4 kilos, I think. Super light. And that's all I carry in there. This is a mist-grape roll bag. It's basically a dry bag fastened to the bars. I tried all kinds of different systems on the front. Some of them you can get a carrier that your bag clamps to. It's too heavy, and there's no point, because with this, this is fixed to the bike. So when I get to wherever I get, I just pull out the tent, put it up. When I've finished, I open this up, put the tent back in. I don't need to take this off. There's no point. The bike's going to be with you, and this just means you can just stuff it in and pull it out. No problem at all. Roll it up, go. It's very stable. Obviously this isn't a drop bar bike, but this will fit in between drop bars. It's got 2 strap system. The main straps here, and then it's got extra straps which go around the whole bag, just to stop it moving around. And it's also got a strap around the head tube, so you can go over really rough terrain and this does not move. So that's the tent. And obviously once you're in the tent, you want to stay warm, and I use probably the best mat there is. I've got a Nemo Tensor insulated. This is the regular one. Now I'm 6'2", 6'2". I'm not fat, I'm not massive, but I'm big enough. This is the regular one, and I don't fall off it. In the night, it's got plenty of room on there for me, and it's really warm. I was lying in my tent thinking I can put my hand on it and you can actually feel the warmth, and it is pretty quiet as well. It's not noisy when you're lying on it. A lot of them are really noisy to move around on. This isn't. You don't see reviews for these very often, but when I was doing my research on what kit to buy, I'm a great believer in trying to find the best kit at the best value, and I hunted through all of the reviews. The tent came out as being really good for bike packing, and so did this. And then I also bought a liner. This is a Sea to Summit reactor liner. Now it's not the most compact, but it is very warm. So, and obviously if you're bike packing now, you could see me in the video. I mean, look at my bike, I haven't cleaned it yet. I got absolutely plastered, and I don't check in the winter. One night, you're not going to change. I don't take my kit off. As I was saying, because I've got tight kit, like a Lycra type kit, it dries really fast because of your body heat pushes the moisture out. So by the time I'd had my tea and everything, I was dry. And then you just put this on, or you get into this liner, and then you get into your sleeping bag, and your sleeping bag stays clean. I also carry an air pillow. It's a Sea to Summit Eros pillow, premium large. It comes with, I've got a liner, a cover on this, like a fluffy liner. It's really nice. I actually sleep better on this than I do in my own pillow at home. So that's a blow up, inflatable pillow. One thing I will mention with this, I see a lot of people using electric inflators. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because this comes with its sock. So this, excuse me, you see this will blow up my mat in 3 puffs. So all you do is, this connects to the bag. It's got a non-return valve on it, so when you push air in, it doesn't come back out. All you do is you literally just blow a bit of air in there, and then as you squash it, obviously the air in there will then blow into your tent. 3 full bags will fill my mat. I've got no electric pump to worry about, nothing to charge. I just can't. I know people are obsessed with all these electric gadgets, and just half the time it's just someone else to worry about. Someone else, oh, it's gone flat, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Just carry that, weighs nothing, actually comes with the mat, and you're sorted. Sorry, not tent, sleeping bag. I went for a Nemo sleeping bag. This is the Riff, and it's, hang on a minute, Nemo Riff 30 degree -1 men's long. It's a really beautiful sleeping bag. It's really, I'll put a picture of it, I won't get it out now, but it's super warm, and ideal. It's not the smallest pack size, but then, you know, it's getting towards nippy weather now, so this is really, really good. I have got another sleeping bag. It's so big, it's massive. What have I done with it? Oh, I think I've put it upstairs, up there. It's massive. It's probably the warmest sleeping bag in existence. It's made to go to the Arctic. Yeah, Thermarest. It's a pole something or other. Anyway, I bought it to do Fat Viking in Norway. Anyway, that's another story. Where did I get to? Right, rear bags, rack. In this bag, by the way, I put my, on the back, on the rack, this goes on the back of the rack. This will have my sleeping bag in it, all this kit. This is all basically sleeping kit. So when I get to the camp, I can take that bag off. It's got everything I need to do with sleeping. Chuck it in the outside of the tent. I've got everything I need. Don't need to worry about anything. It's all dry. And then when I finish, I can pack it all in the bag again and then put it back on the bike and it stays dry. It doesn't get wet. That's why I don't really want something, just a stuff sack on the back, because you've got to get each individual thing out. So it's best to have it all in a contained waterproof bag. So that's tent, so house, sleeping kit. These bags, I put them on at the last minute just for extra space. So in here I chucked my rain jacket. I've also got, there's the gloves I was talking about. I've got some really nice warm winter gloves. These are TOG 24 Polar Tech windstopper gloves. They are really, really, really good gloves. I've also got some icebreaker tights, which I didn't actually use this time. I usually carry these just in case. So if I'm, even in the summer, in the evening, sometimes if I'm doing multi-days, I'll take off all my kit and chuck this on just to keep my legs warm. It's just nice to have a bit of extra cover. That's the other glove. More buffs. Yeah, a couple more buffs. And a pair of spare socks, which are merino. I always use merino. Merino is the warmest and it does not smell. No point in using polyester stuff, doesn't work. In here I had my rain jacket. I got a puffer jacket, which is a TOG jacket, TOG 24 again, I think. Because it's a down jacket, I put it in a dry bag. So it just means I didn't have to do it up and squash it. It's just a matter of stopping it getting wet. I know these pannier bags are waterproof, but you never know. So I didn't want to get a chance of it getting wet. So yeah, I had a rain jacket in this side, my puffer jacket in that side, and a few bits and bobs that if I needed to get to. I mentioned before I carry 2 water bottles on the front. These are just, I tend to drink out of this one, and then this one is for topping up that. And this will do, I didn't get any water until I went the whole trip on 2 litres, nearly 4 litres of water I was carrying, and that did me. I didn't need any more until I got to the end. But then I probably would have done the whole trip without getting any more water, because the only reason I did need some is I knocked a whole canister over, which I think I mentioned in the video. But obviously you need to keep drinking. In the winter it's not quite so bad. You don't need so much. In the summer I would take I've got an MSR water filter somewhere, which, yeah, so I take that in the summer. So if I need to get water from a stream, any flowing water, this will clean the water out, and it's quite very fast flowing, and that just fills your water bottle up if you're really stuck. So that's that. And then this I've got a pump and I put my GoPro in there. I had two GoPros, the one in my hand now and this one. And I've got, in case you're wondering, you probably hear me breathing heavy and sniffing a lot because I've got a mouth mount. So that goes in your mouth and your camera's under there. There you go. And then you can do what you want to do. And you can take it off and just use it wherever you want. Really handy. Mouth. This is the main thing that I use on all of my videos. I use a mouth mount now. Because you can, like I say, you can hold it, you can even turn it upside down, it'll sit on the ground and it'll work like a mini tripod type thing. Very, very versatile. The one in my hand now that I'm filming with, I've actually got a little mini tripod. I took both cameras this time. One, I had a max lens mod, which gives you a much wider view. So you may have seen in the video some of the footage looked a bit fisheye, so a bit spread out at the sides. It's basically because I had this max lens mod 2 lens on the one GoPro. Not terrifically, I think it's okay for certain circumstances, but I found the footage on a standard lens was fine. So I've got both anyway. This is a Hero 10 and the one I'm filming with now is a Hero 12. Yeah, not sure it's actually worth the extra, but I needed two anyway. Also filming wise, I've got had this a while now. I've got a DJI Mini 3 Pro, fantastic drone. I've got 3 extra batteries. This will do 20 minutes, 25 minutes, constant flight, even in heavy wind, in a high wind. Really good footage. I've got the comes with the little screen as well, coloured screen, so you can actually see what you're filming as you go. It does come with little toggles to go on here, but I find I don't need them. These are quite sharp, so that's all you need. I can work fine without these screw-on toggles, which are a pain to put on and off. Really good. I love it. Great drone. It's really strange. I don't know if anyone else gets the same thing, but when this is up in the air and it's really high up, I get vertigo. I don't like to look at the drone. I just watch the screen. If I look at the drone, it makes me feel, whoa, you know, feels a bit, oh my god, it's going to fall, and you get this falling feeling. So anyway, that's just me. So that takes care of aerial stuff. I've got a max lens mod lens in this little bag for my GoPro. Here I've got a pack. This is a bit of this is the first time I've done this. I've normally used a roll on the front of the bike for this stuff, but in here I've got 2 batteries, 2 extra battery packs. I didn't need them. I only used one to top up my phone. My GoPros didn't need recharging, but I thought I'd take it anyway just in case. Let's get rid of that. So I carry cables, 2 battery packs. These are pretty big, I think. 10,000, I think. What is that? Can't see. Where's my glasses? Put my old man's eyes on. Yeah, so I've got 2. This is a 13,400 milliamp. This one's a 20,000 milliamp Anchor. This one I got from Currys. I don't even know what make it is. Oh, it says Sandstrom. Both really good. Got multiple charging points on them for all kinds of things. So you're taking care. All my charging can never run out of power anywhere. Carry cables. I also carry a wireless charger for my phone. I've got a Samsung phone and it won't charge without a wireless charger. It won't charge with a cable anymore. I don't know why. It's almost brand new phone, just under warranty, so I've got to sort that out. Spare drone battery, spare GoPro battery which I didn't need, more cables. That's it. Not sure I use that bag again. Previously I used this. I normally put this on the front of the bike because it's waterproof, and it just sits on the front, on there, that way around. And I put all my electrics, put all my electrics in it. I didn't put it up there this time because I wanted to put the weight lower down in the bike, but I don't think it makes that much difference. I know that is quite heavy. 2 batteries are quite heavy, but I'll probably go back to that next time because it was just a bit easier, because I was having to keep getting it in and out when I wanted to get to my food and so on. Going on to food. Hope this is good to watch because I'm holding this camera, it might be a bit wobbly. So food wise, I keep all my bits and bobs in these Osprey bags, by the way, these little dry bags. They're really good. This one I keep my cooker in. This is a Jetboil Stash, self-contained. I've had this a long time now. I've got the bigger Jetboil as well, but I found it too big. This, you got your gas and your cooker, which screws on the top, and you just set that on there and it works a treat. Absolutely works a treat, although this gas is almost out because it was getting quite slow. So that just takes care of cooking. And then to light it, I carry a lighter, not a self-igniter, I carry a little lighter, and I actually carry a spare box of matches just in case this lighter runs out or doesn't work anymore. There's not much left in that actually. Let's get a new one. So that takes care of cooking, because all I do is I boil water. I can't be bothered, call me lazy, call me whatever you want, I cannot be bothered with washing that. I don't want it to taste of anything, because when you boil water, you don't want to smell, you don't have whatever bolognese in your tea, because tea is important. Getting on to tea, I always take a tin mug. You can get foldable mugs, which I have got 2 of, but they taste. Trouble with tea is, whatever you do, it affects the taste of tea, and I like my tea to be taste of tea. So I carry a mug, little pot of milk, tea bags, and then I'm done. That makes a nice big mug of tea. I also carry a long handle titanium spoon for eating. I will show you in a minute. So that's cooker, cup. Like I say, I only boil water in there because I use these. Now, I'm a fussy eater. I am what I am because of what I eat. I know that might sound a bit stupid, but you are what you eat. People say to me, oh, I've been into places and you're not 68, are you? Really? Partially, I think I get away with it because I'm really lucky that my hair hasn't gone grey. You know, my dad and my auntie, my dad's sister, their hair didn't go grey until they were in their 80s. So I'm really fortunate that my hair hasn't gone grey, otherwise I would look a lot older. It's the only real reason that long hair hides a lot. If I shaved my head and had no beard, I'd look a lot older, I'm sure. But anyway, I do like to keep myself fit and healthy, so I'm very conscious of what I eat. I am not veggie, I am not vegan, I'm not any fad, I am normal. I just like to eat real food, not stuff out of a factory. I know this is in theory out of a factory, but everything in here is real. It's no additives, no nothing. It's just real food that's been dried, had the water taken out of it, and it's been put in a bag. Yes, they're not cheap, but they weigh nothing. Like I say, they are very healthy. I saw yesterday a chap saying, oh, they're ridiculous. You should just buy tinned food from a supermarket, much cheaper, £1.50, and you've got a nice sausage and whatever, sausage and beans. But the trouble is, it's full of crap. There's lots of stuff around at the moment on the internet and on everywhere about food and ultra-processed food. Ultra-processed food is the reason so many people are in hospital these days. So many people are overweight, so many people are diabetic. It's all to do with the food that we are forced to eat. It's not your fault, it's what's in the supermarkets. You go in there, you've got no choice. Stuff like this is more expensive. You know, that is the trouble. The crap is cheap, so you're sort of forced to buy it, which is really unfortunate. I'm lucky enough to be able to afford this, but saying that, this doesn't work out that expensive. So if you were going to go to a chip shop on your way back, instead of buying whatever, you'd be spending a lot more than this. This worked out at £5.50 with a discount on Go Outdoors. You can buy these, you can buy one, get the other one half price, plus you get your discount if you register with Go Outdoors. And these work out about £5.50. I think it's £11 for 2. So I buy these all the time now. So that's cheap. You went to anywhere, you bought a pizza, you bought McDonald's. I don't know what McDonald's costs, I've never had one, but I imagine it's getting near £4 or £5 each. And this is a proper meal. They've got quite a few calories in them. It has got the calories on the front because you need calories. Like I say, healthy food, and it really does taste nice. So that is just water in there. So these are, like I say, they're dehydrated. So you just need to warm up your water, pour it in, leave it 15 minutes and eat it. I mentioned milk. I carry a bit of milk. I've still got some actually. This did me 2 days. There's enough milk in there for tea for 2 days. Still some left. That's a little squidgy container. And all that goes in one of these bags. Another Osprey bag. So that's my food. Tea bags. In here I've got my wash kit. So I carry everything you could need to keep yourself clean and tidy. So a little tooth clean between your teeth. I've got some water purifying tablets. I've got some toothbrush, toothpaste, and I've also got some eco wipes, some biodegradable. These are Wilderness wipes by Sea to Summit, I think. They're very friendly, so if you do have to bury them, which you should do, should bury your whatever. Yeah, Sea to Summit Wilderness wipes. They will just rot away. So that's good. That takes care of that area. I've also got a mini towel, should I need it, just to dry myself, micro towel. And another item which I've probably got in here, which you should use, and that is a little tool for digging a hole if you need to go and have a poo. So you should dig a little hole and bury it. Oh look, hairband. Right, well I think that's it. I do carry a couple of spare dry bags, and so that's pretty much it, I think. I think I've covered everything. I seem to have a heck of a mess here now, so I must have got everything out. Don't think I've covered anything else. If I think of anything, I'll mention it in the video, or I'll put it in the description. I'll put out links to everything in the description as well. Yeah, I think that's just about the lot. So yeah, you don't need an awful lot. So once you've bought this stuff, I tend to buy stuff to use and keep. I don't buy it, oh I'll try it this week and then I'll buy something else next week and then something else. I'm not really a reviewer. I like to find stuff that works and then that's it. Yeah, I think that's about everything really. I've got loads of other stuff as well, but of course the other thing is with all this, it will double up if I want to go hiking, which I have been looking to do a bit more of. I've got a bag over there hanging on the wall, which I can put all the kit in, and then I can just go off camping, hiking, and use the same kit. So it's pretty, it's nice to be able to have kit that you do over several things. Okay, that's about it, I think. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this of some interest. I am not a expert bike packer. I've just done bike packing, and this is the kit that I found that works for me. I do study what other people use. I do listen to what people use. I do pick up tips, and I like to sort of use it myself and pass it on. So hopefully it's of interest to you. And by all means, fire any comments at me in the comments. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.